everybody. My name is Charla Powell, owner and artist of Beauty and the Brush Artistic Designs. And today I am going to show you one of my tips and tricks for replacing or fixing some of the delicate raised designs that you'll find on antique furniture that are oftentimes missing or broken or damaged. So the piece I'm going to show you today is actually a footboard and headboard I'm working on. And if you notice, right here, part of the molding is broken away. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can fix it. You can actually create a mold of a piece next to it, or the mirror image, usually on the opposite side of the piece of furniture, and shape it and glue it onto there. I've tried that a few times. It does work. However, I'm not usually happy with how it molds. I'm too much of a perfectionist. So what I try to do is find out if there's a way that it can be replaced or just simply removed. So in this particular instance, I took this piece completely off and I'm not going to use it. The top part of the bed here does not have the raised edging, and so I don't believe that it's going to be that noticeable that this piece is now missing. It does have the glue residue still on it, so it's going to need a light sanding. I will do that. Also has one of the little nails still sticking up, so I'm going to put that down in there. Give it a good sanding. Okay, this particular area on this bed has quite a bit of glue. So unfortunately, the sander I was using didn't have a good enough grit to be able to get that off. So I'm going to switch that out real quick. If you could bear with me. And this should work better. Okay, so now the area's been sanded, it's nice and smooth, and after it is primed, before I paint it, you won't even be able to tell that it was even there. So moving on to another piece on this same piece of furniture. This is the footboard of this bed. And as you see at the top of the footboard, we've got this beautiful raised wooden detail. The second raised here is actually missing the tip of one of these. So instead of, like I said, making a mold, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this entire piece off and replace it with something else. Just got a basic flathead screwdriver and my hammer, and just gently give it a tap. It's usually just a fix with little tiny nails. If it does come off as one piece, the unbroken part, I try to save those. in case I ever have another piece that's similar in design and it happens to be missing or broken. You can always have those saved for later. Like this one's in perfect condition, so I'll probably save this in case I ever do something that has a middle piece that's either broken or damaged, because it can be reused on another piece of furniture. And then just as before, I'll give it a good sanding. Okay, and I could leave this way and just put some wood filler into here, but I really like the raised detail and I want to mimic the same thing here. So I have some resin poured molds that I try to keep in stock and poured ahead of time for instances just like this. And I found some that are very similar, but they are different than the one that was up top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those in place where the mold was. I think it was this way is how I did it. It may have been the opposite way actually. And then this piece in the center. And there's no right or wrong way to put the molds on. In this particular instance, you just want to make sure that it's centered. I'm trying to replicate as close to possible as what was on there before. And you can play around with the molds and get them to sit on here the way that you think looks best. Sometimes you kind of have to mess with the design a little bit so it's even on both sides. This one I think I actually like best this way. Make sure it's centered. And that will replace what was originally broken. Get some Titebond quick and thick glue. I'll put on the backs of these, give it another final adjustment. When you've got it where you want it, just give it a nice firm push. This Titebond quick and thick dries relatively quickly. And then once this paint is dry, when I prime the piece, I will just prime right over top of these resin molds with my primer, and then I will be able to paint it just as if they were there to begin with. So that's what you got. Now you know my secret, and maybe you'll recognize on a couple pieces some things that I may have replaced or fixed, or just added in general, because you can add if you want something a little bit more fancy. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.